Long drive. Took us about 20 hours to get here. It's a little windy today. We fished a little bit off the docks, but we haven't had too much luck. They said the fish are running about 14 to 18 feet deep, so we've got a guide for tomorrow. Cabin is pretty nice. I like it.
Very nice.
I think it's worth it, and we'll find out what the fishing's going to do. So, what do you think, Chris?
I think I'm going to have to learn a lot to catch a lot of fish, but that's okay. I'll learn.
Yeah, you know,
different type of fishing than I normally do, but this is what I'm here for.
We went off the dock and we've tried a few things. Richard caught a small, about 12-inch smallmouth early, first cast. So, and that's exactly what we want. He's using a MEP spinnerbait, and I've thrown a tube a little bit. I've thrown a swim bait. I broke a swim bait off. I got pecked 3 or 4 times on the swim bait, which gives me hope that there's fish here. I just didn't catch them. Dave's using a red-eye shad.
I had a buzz bait. I got a bite, but missed it.
Yeah. So I'll take a picture. I'll take a video of the accommodations later. But
nice. This is a lot different than sleeping on the ground with rocks and tree roots.
So we've checked in. Super sweet people. This is going to be fantastic.
Nice. We're here with a lot of bear hunters.
A lot of bear hunters up right now. One of the things that I was concerned about is how the food and stuff's going to work. And so, for instance, tonight we're having roast beef and mashed potatoes and
cream pie,
coconut cream pie, and yeah, they're going to spoil us. And you know what? Here's the best part: I'm not cooking tonight.
Yeah, George doesn't have to cook those big steaks.
Yes, no doubt.
Slave over that fire for about an hour and then cook them for 30 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just gonna pan a little bit here. This is what it looks like. We've got a sauna over here. My truck's here. The big house is right up over here on the corner. That's where we'll do all of our meals. They're outbuildings. We have, for the docks here, our boat's not down here yet, but we've got a couple boats that we've upsized to. We've got 17-foot Lunds, I believe, are Crestliners, and they've got, you know, 50 to 150 horse outboards on them, electronics and what have you. Dave and my father-in-law, Richard's down there fishing off the pier right now. Like I said, Richard's the only one who's got a fish yet. But that'll change tomorrow.
What's he using?
He's using a MEP spinnerbait, and they've got some up at the cabin too. And here's an outdoor fire pit. We're under a full fire ban, so we won't be burning many fires, I don't think. The weather is calling for fantastic weather all weekend. Today was about the only day we're expecting to get rain, and we haven't yet, so that's good. Our cabin is just fantastic. As far as the outside, it looks like it's a newer built cabin, but it is just wonderful. So I'm going to go inside and I'll show you all what it looks like inside. Very nice. Yeah, I'm rather impressed. The inside is pretty clean. It's a little dark coming in, but this is a full fisherman's cabin. It's got 3 rooms with double beds, so you've got room in this cabin for at least 6 people. It's fully functional, fully outfitted. It's nice and bright in here. Just a fantastic view of the lake. Full amenities. Everything that you could want here they have. They got Wi-Fi. I don't know if we're going to be using it or not, but
we'll be busy.
But it's just fantastic. Our guide trips looks like we start at about 7 in the morning and go until 5, and they do a shore lunch. And I asked about that, and it's not sandwiches or anything like that. They actually cook you a full meal with desserts and home fries and fried fish, and this is just going to be really nice. I'm looking forward to it. Camp Quetico. And we just finished eating dinner. We had roast beef and potatoes, mashed potatoes, and vegetables, and then some just crazy, fantastic, good coconut cream pie. The weather's really kind of rough right now. It's blowing in pretty good. We were going to go out tonight and do some fishing, but I think we're going to stay in and go out with our guide tomorrow. I asked the guys at one of the tables how the fishing was, and they said that they've done quite well today and yesterday fishing, and actually heard some really good quality numbers from a couple of the guys who are staying in the cabin next to us. So we'll see. I'm just sitting out here just taking some video. Just looks really nice. Like I said, there's some weather coming in. Looks like it's going to be probably 15-20 degrees cooler tomorrow. We'll see what that does to the fishing.
Wife, and he's a guide for during this. His wife works for the
There he is. Oh yeah. The camera's on macro. This side over here?
Yeah, go right up here. Actually is a reef out here too. I'll show you in a bit.
So I mean that's exactly.
With my what? With your feather.
They're good swimmers. Bears are good swimmers. I guess you can almost consider it almost a restaurant, I guess.
You guys right here. What are you doing? The guide in there too. Yeah, there you go. Get it, please. There you go.
Guide, and he's cleaning up our fish. He's done a good job today. I mean, we
Come up here for years?
yeah, I've got a friend who is from. Are you got it set to take a picture? In the park.
You got a surface now?
I guess her husband fished for a little bit, and when she got done, he picked.
George, turn around. Okay. You guys doing good? No. Show him. Get a good picture.
I want to see his tongue.
You weren't. What the hell you want to look at his mouth for?
Oh, okay.
And then we'll do it.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Come on. That's probably the right angle.
Yeah.
I haven't even broke my camera out yet.
They swim there in fish.
I'm gonna be warm today.
Let's go. 8 chicken chips.
Tell me when you're normal.
Of a lake by any means, you know? But you just yes. I should get a picture of him.
hold them arms out.
Zoom out there.
Right on, boys. Look at, we're in 130 feet of water right here.
So here we are in the northern part of what I would call Quetico. It's Camp Quetico, one of these lakes that they bring us to. What do you think?
It's pretty nice up here and the weather's decent.
It's awesome weather. Fishing's a little slow, got an east wind, but we're catching some fish.
Yep.
Working good. Very cool. Day one, we've pulled up on an island here to do our shore lunch, and Aaron's our guide, and he's cleaning up our fish. He's done a good job today. I mean, temperatures dropped about 10 degrees since we've been out here. Maybe not quite as much, but it's getting cooler, and fish are schooled up, scattered and schooled up. They're trying to get schooled up. We've caught a few. Dave and I've got 8 or so. The other guys, I think they got about 20.
Well,
probably more than that.
he does.
Yeah, the guides put us on some fish. It's a lot. So it's definitely a little different fishing. It's a little different than what I would have done, but they're reefs and submerged reefs that we're fishing. A lot of spots that are definitely holding fish. They're a little tough to catch, but we're having a good time. So what do you think, Chris?
I think now I'm starting to catch fish. I'm good.
It's a little cold, yeah?
No, I'm not.
Yeah?
I'm not too worried about the cold.
Dave, what do you think?
Been fun so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat. We take these boats have 50 horse motors on them, and they're quiet 4-strokes. And we're literally, how we're fishing is, we don't have trolling motors, but what we're doing is we're leaving the motor running, and you can not even hear the thing run, and you're taking it in and out of gear, and you're really able to fish around these reefs pretty easily. I think it would probably be a little easier without the wind. The wind's pretty good today, but it's pretty cool. I mean, all in all, it's really nice.
And Richard caught a big ass northern.
Yeah, Richard's got a 40-inch northern. So, Richard, that's your largest northern, right?
Largest northern I ever caught.
Yeah, and you got that on an 8-pound line.
8-pound line.
Yeah, fought it for 10 minutes or so. Yeah. Very nice, very cool.
Was it 10 minutes?
Good, pretty close.
Like 3 hours.
And you caught that on one of your baits?
No, it was commercial crankbait.
Oh, commercial crankbait.
Look at Chris. Chris. Did you get that? I think.
Good job, buddy.
That is incredible.
Nice one, nice one.
Where's he at? Not seeing one.
eat. Grab them if you want to go.
Got a cap with that. If we see a moose, it's gonna make my trip or make your guys' trip, and we did.
Can you still see it?
They might be back in the...
Oh, well, hey, let's take it on. Let's get down that way. I'm sure they might.
Those teeth.
So here's the boats that we're using. These are really nice G3 deep boats. They're really comfortable. The seats are nice. It's been windy, but we're not getting wet at all. It's very nice. Very, very nice. The motors are 50 Yamahas. And like I said, they're 4 strokes. They're real quiet. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Man, I got him ready.
Where in the hell doesn't look very good. This here looks like we've got fire over at Pickerel Lake, and it's coming this way. So I'm getting ready to go talk to the outfitter, see what's what, see if they're going to be kicking our butts out of here. But it looks like it's nice and ugly. So the days that we went out with the guide smallmouth fishing, the guys in the guide boat probably had 50 or 60 fish days. The guys in the follow boat had, you know, 20, 25, 30 fish. It is very clear that some of these lakes are a little tough. Now, we're having an okay morning. We're not catching any size, but we've caught 15 fish this morning, 14 fish this morning in an hour. And we're beating the bank. We're doing what we know how to do. It's working, but it's a soft, subtle bite. So, what do you think? What do you think
Still
of the
in the 15 to 20 foot water range that we fished most of the week with the guide.
Yeah.
But the size wasn't here.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we're going back into a little shallow bay that the outfitter talked up, and we're going to try to fish that and see how that works out. So Dave, this is the first time we've done something like this. I've done some fly-ins before, but what do you think of the place?
The accommodations are just over the top. Triple what I expected. Cleanliness, spaciousness, the meals are excellent. not gourmet, but I mean they're nice meals. The Tammy and the two girls, Jenna and JC, have been just very nice in serving and everything.
Yeah, they do a very good job. It seems like really, really good job. You know, one of the complaints, if I had any complaint, and it's really not that big of a complaint, is that the meal plan really cuts into how you would fish. So if you're a power fisherman and you want to come down here and you want to fish morning and night and you want to be on the water at first light and you want to be fishing until dark, that's kind of hard to do with the meal plan and the guide plan, because really we're eating breakfast at 7 o'clock and then guides are showing up about 7:30, and then we're driving 40 minutes to a lake to fish, and sometimes we're not getting on the water until 9 o'clock, and then since we're getting on late, it takes an hour to get back. We're usually off the water by 3 or 4 at the latest, so it leads to only a 6 or 7 hour fishing day. By the time you get back, you eat dinner, you really only have about an hour before dark to fish. Now they have boats here available for you to use, and Richard and I went out and used boats last night, but really we only had 40 minutes to fish. So if there was anything, I would probably either not do the guide services and have the boats available down at our dock.
The biggest drawback is the time that they serve breakfast at 7:30, at 7 in the morning, eliminates being on the water, at first sun.
Yeah.
You need to be on the water probably right at this time of year, at least by 6.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe
you need to be trucked up and ready to go by 5:30.
Yeah. And our evening bites normally aren't that good here anyways. So what I would probably do is see if we could work something out to where we skipped breakfasts, did breakfast in our rooms, and was out on the water first light, skipped all that, probably not even do the guides and self-guide ourselves. But that's debatable. We still just don't know yet.
Well, you have to find out whether you can take their boat to different lakes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
And whether they will give you a second truck to take the second boat if you've got multiple people.
Very cool. All in all, this has been a pretty good trip. There's some fire last night, but some forest fire 20 miles north of us, 20 miles south, and I think it's gone. We don't smell it anymore, so that's a good thing. So we're going to go on and get back to fishing. We're in some prime area, it looks like. Okay, so Dave, this is our last day. The only day we've done ourselves with our guiding. The guide trips have been pretty good. We've caught I won't say a whole lot of fish, but we've caught good fish.
We've caught some quality fish.
Yeah, we've caught some quality fish. The guide's been able to put us on really good smallmouth and really good walleye. The northern fishery was kind of marginal.
Well, I had 6 or 7 northerns yesterday, and a couple of them were 23 inches.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We started the morning yesterday on a walleye spot, and we probably caught 30 or 40 walleye between 2 boats, wouldn't you say?
Probably about 30.
Yeah, it's
in about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's very good. And then we caught probably half a dozen or a dozen yesterday when we came in. So Dave, here we are on Little Eva, and doing what we would normally do. The weather changes. 10 degrees cooler, 15 degrees cooler. That might have a little bit to do with it. But we're fishing some offshore structure, 20 feet of water, doing what we would normally do, throwing tubes, big tubes like we would normally throw. And this is the biggest one we've caught. We're mostly catching small fish, but this one will easily go 4, maybe 5. And we'll get them on the scale and check. So that's what we're looking for. So this is Chris and Rich coming back in after a day on Eva. I called them earlier, and they had caught over 50 or so. They had 57 or so, and a couple 2s, couple 3s, catching them on small soft plastics. But they seem to be smoking them pretty good. Pretty cool. It's been a nice day today. Martinson and I have already came in, and I'm breaking down my gear, calling it a day. So here we are. last morning, and it's about 5 o'clock, 5:30. Packing up the car, getting ready to leave. The lake is just completely dead calm. Weather broke last night. Weather broke yesterday, and instead of having the highs of 80s, which we've had all week, we had about highs of mid-60s, and that really turned the fishing on. So this lake here, Eva, is supposed to be really tough, and it probably is. But we've caught some really good fish, and Chris and Richard went out yesterday and came back midday and had 70. Caught a few, pounders that were worth talking about, but most of them were little short fish. But then they caught a lot of northern pike too, so they had a really good day. Dave and I went out and we ended up with about 30 or so, but I caught a really nice smallmouth, and it's over 5, it's 21 inch, and nice fat smallmouth, beautiful, had great coloration, a lot better coloration than the smallmouth that we've caught the rest of the trip. So this has been pretty good. All in all, I think it's very nice. Got a long drive ahead of us. We're going to drive down through Thunder Bay instead of International Falls, because we want to go take a look at all of the waterfalls and go to Grand Marais and maybe hit Betty's Pies, a couple of the other places on the way home. So I've talked to guys into going that way. Here's videoing and continue just around to our cabin. Beautiful place. You absolutely cannot go wrong renting from here. Doing a fly-in trip or a drive-in trip here to Eva, and staying with Camp Quetico. This is very fantastic. Great guide service, fantastic food, and accommodations that are probably the best cabin accommodations I've ever had anywhere that I've stayed on a fishing trip. Very nice, all in all. So here we are at Quetico Falls. This is one of the largest falls in North America, and the last time I was here, I didn't have good video, so I definitely wanted to come and stop again. This is an awesome little neat area. What do you think, Richard? What do you think?
I think it's a lot of water.
Yeah, it's a big fall. I think this is the outside of Niagara. This is the largest fall in North America. This is a really cool waterfall here. Pretty neat. This is from the top side. Very cool. Very amazing. So the talk, the Indian princess who to their village, but so leading to their village, she let him. Oh, we're good. You know, Yorktown's like paying the
Using someday that's going to be full of Asian cars.
no, probably not.
Hold on a second.
I think this is a
power plant.
I think this is an iron. Yeah. pretty picture.
All these dinosaurs sitting on the.
They're just beautiful.
It's up there. Yeah.